Any monster that appears in his sight, he won't let a single one escape. Just as the protagonist broke the dungeon.
大丈夫かヒール
At the moment the words left his mouth, the little girl not only healed her injuries, but also found herself starting to like the protagonist. She introduced herself as Nina. She was one of the strongest races of monsters, the divine race. She had been imprisoned in the dungeon, not because of a lack of strength, but because she was forced to buy a blonde-haired man's threats. If she didn't follow the nobles, the children in the village would be killed. Helpless, Nina had to give up resisting. She was then forced to wear a slave collar, which prevented her from disobeying her master's orders, and thus, she became the next captive of the nobles. Hearing Nina lost in her past, the protagonist hurried to comfort her, saying there was no need to worry. From now on, things would be different. But as soon as he said that, Nina became even more dejected. The magic on this collar was very strong. Only the master could remove it. The protagonist, however, wasn't concerned. The collar looked powerful, but its principle was nothing special. It was a spell to control and dominate the target. Isn't that in some ways taming? If that's the case, there's no reason he shouldn't be able to remove it. But the reality proved otherwise. It was still quite difficult. Nina wanted the protagonist to stop, saying that someone like her wasn't worth the effort. The protagonist began to comfort her, saying he would never abandon her. Before he realized it, through taming, the protagonist had already acquired 3 abilities: the strong physique granted by Zoe, the immense magical power given by Tanya, and the exceptional control ability from the 2 sisters. And so, through sheer willpower, the collar was finally removed.